everyone. Welcome to the Mapping Inspirational Women podcast. Today we are in Royal Geographical Society with Sabrina Li.
Hi everyone.
And Sabrina, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, well, firstly, thank you, Hermione, for inviting me to this podcast. I'm very, very excited to share some stories about myself, also about my research. So I'm Sabrina. I am currently based at the University of Nottingham. I work there as an assistant professor in Quantitative Geography. And I started in 2021, so it's only been a few years. And I'm really looking forward to speaking about my experience and also how I got into this career with everyone today.
Thank you. I'm also quite curious about, you said you started the job 2 years ago and now you're an assistant professor.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, almost 4. 2025 will mark 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about it this way. I think
Because you jumped from PhD directly to this job.
yes, but I also feel like because I started at a COVID transition stage, and it was just kind of when universities was transitioning out of COVID, it felt very strange. Like things were kind of happening again, but not really.
Yeah.
So I feel like the first year was a very interesting experience for me in the job. Yeah.
It's basically sometimes you may need to go to campus, sometimes not.
Yeah, it's very virtual.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's getting different, I guess.
Everything is back to in person now. You know, all my lectures are in person, all my meetings are in person. But I think it's still much of a hybrid system because when we have meetings with colleagues, they're always online, just because I think now it's very difficult to implement a 5-day in the office schedule. I think people have a lot of responsibilities and outside of going to the university. So I think a lot of times, you know, based on research and teaching, people are all kind of in different places. Yeah. But I'm really liking the flexibility. The flexibility is great. And I think that's going to be what, you know, academia is going to look like in the future. Yeah, this kind of hybrid working model.
Yes, I would say the same, because now you notice like it's much easier to have this hybrid model rather than insist everyone commute every day coming to one place.
Yes.
We've experienced from the COVID, and when we recover from it, or you see, well, there could be some changes we could do.
Yes, absolutely. I think, you know, in a good way, like it kind of feels like the distance between us has gone, you know, shorter. Yeah. And it's a lot easier for us to now reach out to colleagues that are much further as well, whether that's within the UK or, you know, across Europe or in other places. I think it's much easier now to say, hey, you know, can we have a chat on Teams? I think as well, you know, Teams and Zoom can always still be better. It's always crashing on me. It doesn't like me very much, but I think, you know, pre-COVID, that was just very difficult to implement, and you would probably only see them during conferences.
Yeah, you see conference, and when you try to organize a Skype conference, it's like so difficult. Now everyone assumes like if you don't say anything, it's going to be online.
Yes, it can be very awkward.